Hi everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. I'm going to attempt to show you guys all the stuff that I have to show you right now. It's a lot. It's from 2 Rummage sales, the Consignment sale where I sell my daughter's stuff twice a year, and some garage sales. I didn't have time to make a video and split everything up because it's just been kind of a crazy month. And I haven't uploaded, I think I've only uploaded 1 video this month. So I got to get back on track and finish up those so I can start uploading this season's. But one of the reasons that I've been a little behind is we lost one of our little babies like a month ago. One of our cats. We had to put her down, unfortunately. But she was, until the last 3 months of her life, and we think she was around 12 or 13. Up until the last 3 months, she was outside every day of her life. She was a feral cat who just showed up, walked out of the woods one day. It took me a few months to get her to trust me. She finally got to the point where she trusted me. And then she'd show up every once in a while, and then over the years, you know, she kind of claimed the front porch as her own. And I had beds on the chairs for her, and there's even a cat tree on the porch for her. I mean, she was spoiled rotten. And could have come inside anytime she wanted to, but she just never wanted to. And she was a teeny tiny little thing, and so tough. I mean, we would watch her out the side lights next to the front door, and she would chase away full-size raccoons and skunks and possums, and she even chased the mother fox away one day, who was like 5 times bigger than her. And I remember looking out there one night and seeing the 2 of them in a standoff, and the mother fox kind of looked at me like, "Are you serious?" And Camaro, that was our cat, she chased her away. But all those years I could never trap her to take her to the vet to get her shots. It drove me crazy because, you know, the other one is fixed and has his shots and goes to the vet every year, and she wasn't having any of it. So finally one day I opened the door back in December to say good morning to her, walked down the hallway to get her food, and turned around and she was standing in the kitchen. I'm like, what? So I had the kids kind of, you know, tag team with me, and I got her in the kitchen, and then they would shut the door, and we'd keep her in for 10 minutes and 15 minutes and then a half an hour, and then finally she realized, oh, it's nice and warm in here and it's comfortable, and she decided that this is where she wanted to be. And we also realized she was losing weight, and I figured, you know, there had to be something wrong, and maybe that's why she finally decided to come in, because she trusted us and decided, you know, I need help. So we ended up taking her to the vet. First she had a bad respiratory infection. We got that taken care of. We found out she was FIV positive, which is basically like feline AIDS, which is not a big deal. Just suppresses that cat's immune system, but she wasn't contagious. And then unfortunately, I had to take her back and get more blood work done. I was hoping it was diabetes or thyroid, something we could fix with medicine, but it was her kidneys. So unfortunately, we lost her on St. Patrick's Day. We had to put her down. And it's funny because my husband is not a cat person at all. And when we met, I had 7 cats. It's a long story why I had 7. I will never have 7 again, but I had 7. And they've all come and gone. He never really got attached to any of them. Now we have a Kit Kat, my orange one, who you heard on one of my previous videos recently. He's a little skitsy and has always been like scared of my husband. So my husband's never had a cat to get attached to until Camaro, because in our living room there's a love seat that I sit on. Across from that is the couch where my husband sits at night, and then in the corner there's a big chair with an ottoman in front of it. And Kit Kat had the back of the couch, and so I put a blanket on the ottoman for Camaro, and she would jump up there, and that would be her spot. Until somebody came home and there was a lap to sit in. And I'm kind of always in my hole where the love seat is, surrounded by stuff that I'm listing, so it's hard to get to me. But it was never hard to get to my husband. So he would, you know, lounge on the couch at night, and then she started walking over to him, and she'd just look up at him from the floor, and finally, you know, he'd kind of look around to make sure nobody was was looking at him, and he'd tap his leg like this, you know, and the cat would jump up, and she'd sit in his lap all night long. And she became his best buddy over those last 3 months. So when I had to take her to put her down, I did it on a Saturday morning so that, especially my daughter, who'd never had to deal with that before, all the other ones went when she was really little. I wanted her to have the whole weekend to kind of deal with stuff before she went back to school. So I said to my husband, I said, you know, the kids are coming with me. Do you want to come? He's like, absolutely not. I said, why? He's like, nope, I did it with the dog, and I'm not doing it again. He goes, you've done it hundreds of times. You go do it. I said, I've done it hundreds of times, but most of them weren't my own animals. He's like, nope, can't do it. So that Saturday morning, I came downstairs to say goodbye to her, or say good morning to her, actually. And then I walked out of the room for something, and when I came back, I was fine. I had it all together, and until I walked back into the room, and my husband was sitting on the floor with a big cup of coffee, and he was just petting her for like 15 minutes with tears in his eyes. Like, oh my God, you're killing me. So when we came home, we buried her under the big tree out back where everyone else is, and I left that blanket on the ottoman, and that night my husband kept looking. And finally he goes, you need to move that blanket. I'm like, why? He goes, because I keep looking for her. You need to move it. And I just started laughing. I'm like, you loved her. He's like, shut up. So, anyway. So it's been a little sad around here. We really, really miss her. We still have Kit Kat. And he won't tolerate anybody else. I know that at this point. He's about 11. So, that's it for animals, I guess, for the moment. Unless someone else just kind of shows up. My husband's convinced that Camaro will send another one to us, because he knows I will feed anything and everything that shows up on the front porch. Okay, so enough of me and my babbling and my sad story. I promise I have a better one for the next video. I have a really funny story about my mom and our first Uber experience. It was really interesting. So, okay, let me get into this finally, show you what I bought. Some of it I already sold and sent out, so I'm going to have to put pictures at the end of the video. So the first one was a rummage sale I've never been to in Hamilton Square, which is kind of between like Princeton and Trenton. It was, might go back there. Depends if there's anything else going on. But from there I purchased, now where is it all? Okay. I got this big Coca-Cola snowflake mug. This holds like 24 ounces. And paid $1 for this. Might get 10 out of that. Then, just because they were there, I got these two things of body cream. There's Victoria's Secret and there's Bath and Body Works. There we go. And the Victoria's Secret is Pure Seduction Unwrapped, and this is 1,000 Wishes from Bath and Body Works. This one actually sold right before I made this video. I think I have both of them up there for, I know this one sold for $9.99 with free shipping. This one is either $9.99 or $11.99, I can't remember. But I know it's not a fantastic profit, but I figure if I'm there anyway and it only costs $1, I already have similar things in the system. So it's very easy for me to list them, and I make a few bucks, so why not? Then I bought a Martha Stewart doily lace trim double edge paper punch, which I can't show you because I already sold it, but I paid $2 for that and sold it for $27.99 with free priority shipping. I shipped that in a flat rate padded envelope, so it didn't cost much. And What else did I get there? I got this sock loom. If you've watched my videos before, for some reason you know that anything that with the word loom in it seems to sell really well. This is a hardwood loom with all these metal pins, and there's actually a sock that's started on this loom. This kit doesn't usually come with yarn, but this one, I guess the people had started it, so they left everything in with it. There's also a DVD. I paid $1 for it. It should sell for about, I think like $24, $25 with free priority shipping, and that'll go in a padded flat rate envelope. Then for another $1, I bought a whole mishmash bag of like craft stuff. Most of it I just put in the donate pile, but this was the one thing I salvaged from it. This is to make a hook rug. Not the traditional one with the big squares, but this one you punch the wool down into it. And I think it originally came with the yarn or the pieces of ribbon or whatever it is that you hook this with. But this is just the pattern and the instructions. Never really heard of this company before. But like I said, I think I paid, well, I paid like 25 cents because there were a couple other things I could salvage from there, I think, which I don't have to show you right now, but they were just cross-stitch charts and stuff. So that cost me like $0.25. Right now I have it at auction for $12.99 with free ship, or $11.99 with free shipping. And I think I have like 4 watchers on it, which is crazy. I have 2 plates. These were both $1, I believe. This is a Pottery Barn plate called Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's actually from their holiday cheer line. Might squeak 10 out of that. And then I also got this pineapple plate because this is a Bordalo Pinheiro piece. Again, might squeak 10 out of that. Like I said, this wasn't the best rummage sale of my life. What else? Oh, I also bought, which I don't have to show you, in the book room they had it's called the 1 Year Bible. It was a paperback book, brand new and sealed in plastic wrap. Bought it for $1. No, 50 cents actually. Sold that for $16.99 with free medium mail shipping. Like the first day I had it up. And then last but not least, for that sale, is this set. I paid $8 for this. Yeah. This is a Karanique, what is it? Hair regrowth system for women. This is, I guess, the minoxidil treatment. And then there's also, sorry for the noise, guys. There's shampoo and conditioner and something else in here. Lift and repair treatment spray. That's going to focus. There we go. So all that was $8, and I think right now I have it up for around $50 with free shipping, and I've got a few watchers on it. So, you know, the sale wasn't a complete total loss, but you know, just not one of my best. Although today I had 3 rummage sales today to go to. The first one I had such a score. Oh my god, I'm so happy. So happy. And now I have a mountain on my dining room table that I have to work on this weekend. And I have another rummage sale tomorrow also. So it was a very good Friday. So I will share that with you in the next video. Okay, consignment sale. That's where I sell my daughter's stuff. I always, since I volunteer, I get to go before, you know, most of the shoppers get to go. So I always look for stuff to sell. So one of the things I got was this doll set. Hard to see. But this is Amani and Menelik and African wedding dolls. They're from a company called Olmec Toys. And this set was $3.50, so I couldn't pass it up. Most of the people on eBay have these listed for between like 50 and 100. And for some weird reason, most of the listings don't contain the word doll, which I find really bizarre. So I put mine up for auction at 50, I think 50 plus shipping. I do have a watcher on them, but we'll have to wait and see. That might be something I'm going to have to roll over into the store. Then I got some coffee mugs. I'm not going to take these out of the box. Just mugs with the same image on them as is on the boxes. These were $2 a piece. Got Pinocchio, Sleeping Beauty, Lady and the Tramp. Might make 10 to 12 off each one of those. All of this stuff, at least the majority of this stuff is listed. There's a few things that aren't. Then in the DVD section of the sale, I found this. It was in a plastic bag, so it was really hard to look at it. But it's the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. And I have, let's see, this is the first volume. I have volume 2, 3, 5, and 6, I think. So I'm missing 4. There's 6 in the set. So what I might do is either see if I can get 4 online, or I might sell them individually, because 2 is a little jacked up. Oops, I forgot one. There we go. The discs in volume 2 are a little sad, so I might have to try and clean them up. If I can't, then maybe I'll just try and sell these separately, but I couldn't pass it up for $6 for this whole set. Then I bought another DVD set. I like to buy the learning sets because they seem to go really well. And what was it called? I don't have it to show you because I sold it. It's called the Preschool Prep 10 DVD collection. There were 10 DVDs in it. Apparently it's won tons of awards. It's really popular. And I paid, I think, $4 for it. Sold it for $34.99 with free media mail shipping, and it went to Puerto Rico. And then the last thing I bought at the sale was this set of learning DVDs from Rock and Learn. They've also won a ton of awards. This is over 200 awards. So there's 9 DVDs here. They're in excellent, excellent condition. I paid, I think, $7 for these. And these should sell for, I think it's $35 or $40 with free media mail shipping. So, didn't do too bad at the consignment sale. And next up is another Rummage sale. This was up in Basking Ridge, which is kind of a more foofy-doofy town. It's right next to Bedminster, where Trump's golf course is. So in the summer I don't usually trek up that way very much because there's way too much going on over there. All the reporters stay at the hotel in Bridgewater, which is right across from our mall, so it gets a little hectic over there. But since he wasn't around, thank goodness, I decided to go up there. And that one, again, not great, but I'll show you what I got. I did sell, let's see, I got 2 of these Bath & Body Works body butters. This one's called Beautiful Day, and I also had Cherry Blossom, not Japanese Cherry Blossom, which is one of their most popular scents, but it was just plain Cherry Blossom. Both of them were brand new, except it looked like somebody had just like taken a little sample out of them, and that was it. Ah, the phone next to me. Oh, ha. Bye. So both of them were essentially, as close to new as they could get. So I put them each up for $9.99 with free first class shipping. This one has a watcher on it. The other one actually sold for $9.99 the other day. So that's out of here. But I'll try and show you guys a picture at the end of this video. Then they were $1 a piece, if I didn't mention that. The other thing that I got from where they had all their perfume and stuff was this Cucumber Melon Fragrance Mist. This is also from Bath & Body Works. This is full I think it's like 8 ounces. Yeah. That was $1. I think I'm going to get like 12 with free first class shipping out of that. And then I also found some philosophy stuff. There's Hope in a Jar. These are all new and sealed, by the way. I paid $1 a piece for each one of them. This is a 2-ounce jar, which normally sells on eBay for around $20 with free shipping. But then I also had these 2 micro delivery peels that I threw in with it. So I think I have this up for around $30 with free shipping. So we'll see what happens with that. Then I got this Dansk candle holder. It's this spiral candle holder that you have to put the real tall, tiny, they're called tiny tapers candles in. This can hold a dozen. It's in really good shape. I had to polish it up a little bit, but it does come with the original box, which most of them don't. So I paid $5, which was a little too much, but I should be able to get about $20 plus shipping out of that. And then I also found a set of the candles. See, this is how long they are. They're like 16 inches long. It's crazy. These were 50 cents. I did not put them up together only because they're hard to ship together. So if they were more comparable in size, I'd probably put them together. But for this instance, I decided to kind of list them separately. Then I got this little, it's either a toothpick holder or they also call it a cigarette holder from Royal Worcester. This is called the Worcester Hop, because this is actually a picture of hops. Not really worth much. Probably shouldn't have bought it, but I threw it in my bag and didn't really have a chance to look it up on my phone. So might squeak 8 to 10 out of that with free shipping. Then I got this cinnamon and clove bud wallflowers. There's only one in here. This is from Slatkin & Company, sold at Bath & Body Works, or used to be. So I might squeak like 7 with free shipping out of that. Then in the book section, I got a Betty Crocker's cookbook. This is a spiral bound one. I believe it's from 1978. Except for the fact that the first page is coming loose. The rest of it is in really, really good shape. So I should be able to get about 20 out of that. I spent $1 on that. No, I spent 25 cents on that, if I didn't say. Then I got this. This is one of those Shelia's shelf sitters, and she did a whole line of these landmarks and houses and stuff like that. This is the Fox Theater in Atlanta, Georgia. I bought it because it was only 25 cents. I think I have it up for 10 with free shipping. So I shouldn't have a problem selling that eventually. Then this was weird, but I bought it anyway because I didn't know what else to get. I hate going all the way up to, you know, I had to drive like a half an hour to get there, and I hate going there and you don't find a whole lot and you're like, ugh. So then you just kind of throw weird things in your bag just so that the trip wasn't worthless. But this is a Burn and Bliss candle, and definitely not keeping this because this is one of those weird ones where you burn the candle, and it's also massage oil. You burn the candle and the candle has a little spout on it, and then after a little bit of it has melted, you can pour it into your hand and then rub it all over your significant other or something. So, blah. Not keeping that, but that should sell for, I think it's like 15 to 20 with free shipping. I don't know, you can check my store. I don't know. Something like that. Then I think the last thing, gotta check my list here. Yep. The last thing I bought was $5. This was one of those Scentsy warmers. It's called Green Thumb. It's full size. Okay, sorry, I had to start again. There my camera goes, cutting off at 24 minutes. It looks like a flower pot with a sunflower. I think I put mine up for $40 with free shipping, or $30 plus shipping, something like that. But mine should probably do better than the rest of them because mine also included 2 full-size Scentsy bars that aren't used and a little spatula, I guess you use to get the wax out. So, shouldn't have any problem selling that. Tested it, light bulb works, everything's great. So, that's that. So that was it for that sale. But the good part of that sale was I sat outside for an hour, and the first 5 people in line, we all ended up being eBay sellers. So we were having this like vent fest for a whole hour about eBay and things that have changed in the past, 10, 15 years, and how many more rules there are, and how much harder it is for the seller, and all the new things they keep asking us to do, and if any of us are doing free returns, which I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't care if I lose my top seller status. I am so tired of them requiring us to do all these things. First they take money from our shipping, and then they want us to do 30-day returns, and then they want us to, first it was 14-day returns, and it was 30-day returns, and it's this, then it's that. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm done. So, anyway, that's how the whole hour went with these people. We were just venting about everything. So that was that sale. And now I will show you what I got from garage sales real quick. I guess it was on Saturday. I went to one and found this, which I have to hide so my daughter doesn't see it. Because we have a Magic Bullet, but we don't have a NutriBullet Pro. And if she saw this, she would want it. But she doesn't use our other one enough to justify keeping this one right now. But this is a 900 watt. I got it for 20 bucks. It's brand spanking new in the box. And that should sell for around $90 with free shipping. So not too bad. And then at that same sale, and this is the weird thing I bought. I like weird. This was just a piece of driftwood with this wizard carved into it. The Harry Potter geek in me was calling out. It has initials down here. And it has a wire on the back to hang it. But it was only $1. So I had to buy it because you know how eBay is. Weird stuff sells on eBay. So I'm actually going to try and start it. This is one of the couple things I haven't listed yet. I'm going to try and start it at like 50 and see if I get any watchers, see what happens, and then kind of take it from there. Then went to a sale right up the street from me. I got, these are in an envelope because these are leaving right after I get done with this video. But I got Pooh's Heffalump movie and the Heffalump Halloween movie. They were 50 cents a piece. They were in excellent condition. Sold them for $13.99 with free first class shipping. So they will be leaving. And then I saw this huge tub of like brand new makeup. It was Kiehl's and Lancome and IT Cosmetics, and I got all excited. There was no price on the box. But her prices seemed really cheap until I figured out that it was her sister who was selling the makeup, and her prices weren't very cheap. So the only thing I got from there was this, sorry for the glare guys, it's this Lancome eyeshadow set called Audacity in Paris. There we go. It's got 16 eyeshadows in it, if this wants to open. Ugh. Because I want to open. There we go. 16 eyeshadows, and it cost me $10, but I should be able to make. I think I put it up for $32 with free first class shipping. So, if I knew I wasn't going to make that decent profit off of it, I never would have bought it. But that was the only thing I bought. I put everything else back because as soon as I started looking for it, she comes over with a sign that says all the big things are $10 and the little things are $5. I'm like, oh, come on. Then I went to another sale, found a really nice Bible. This is a King James reference edition from Nelson, and this should sell for about $25, I believe. I paid $1 for it. My camera doesn't want to focus on that, but that says Nelson right down there. Okay, anyway. Then the next day, oh, this is where I found the DVDs and the makeup. I also bought this for $1 from the sister who priced her stuff accordingly. This is just a little pocket Bible, and I paid $1 for it mostly because it came in the original box. A lot of Bibles you can't find with the original boxes these days, but this one came with it, so I think I have that up for 15 or 20 at auction. Then went to another sale. I think I paid, hold on, I gotta look at my book here. Paid $2 for this I Love Trains. I Love Toy Trains. This is new and sealed. This should make like 12 or 13 with free shipping. And so will this one. I think I paid $2 for this. This is the original Christmas Classics. And I've sold this before, so this is already in the system, so this was really easy to just slap right up there and list within minutes. And then the last and final sale I went to, oh crud, I forgot to bring something upstairs. I'll tell you about it, and I'll have pictures at the end. The woman had a big tub full of wrestling and UFC DVDs. Most of them were UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, and she only wanted $0.25 a piece for them. There were 17 of them in the box, so I pulled them all out. I paid $4.25. Should be able to get about 30 out of those, and they're in excellent condition. Then for $3, I also bought a DVD box set of Rich Man, Poor Man. It was the mini-series back in the 70s. That I sold the other day for $54.99 with free medium mail shipping. So that's one to keep an eye out for because it's a really good seller. I think it's out of print now and hard to find. And then finally, I promise this is the last thing, you guys. At that same sale where I bought the UFC and Rich Man, Poor Man DVDs, I found this set of Wade Whimsies, and I'm not going to take these all out of the box. I think these are called Whimsies. These Wade figurines that they come in tea. They come in boxes of tea. And they're really popular. People collect them. There's all kinds of different series and sets of them, and I think this has been going on since like the 60s. These are in a separate bag because these have little chips. These are fine. I think there's 34 here total. I paid 25 cents for all of these, and there are absolutely no duplicates, which is very good when it comes to these, because a lot of times you see listings and there's, 17 of one because you buy the tea and you keep getting the same one over and over. So I think I'm going to list these for 25 or 30 at auction and see where they go. So that's it, guys. The next one I'm probably going to have to split into two because you should see my dining room table right now. Like I said, 3 Rummage sales, huge score at the first one, so I have a ton of work to do, and I have another one tomorrow. Oh my god. But I'd rather have more work and more good stuff to list than no stuff. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.